All right. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Manju. And also thank you, Jean and Grace. Now time for us to do to have the lecture on samadhi. As always, we will do the prayer first. Let's sit upright, place our palms together, and concentrate on the prayer below. We take refuge with our kind mentor, Benny. We take refuge with Shakyamuni Buddha. We take refuge with all the triple jewel of the 10 directions and the 3 periods of time. 10 directions and the 3 periods of time. Verse 4 open your suture, then surpassed profound and wonderful Dharma. In hundreds of millions of years, it is difficult to encounter. We now see and hear it, receive and uphold it. Without you fathom the Tathagata's true meaning, and without you practice the Tathagata's true way, and without you attain the Tathagata's true state. Without that we can spontaneously express the Buddha's understanding, Buddha's view, Buddha's wisdom, Buddha's merit and virtue, Buddha's capability, and Buddha's state through our actions, speech, and thoughts. We also vow that all the living beings can enter into the Buddha's understanding, Buddha's view, Buddha's wisdom, Buddha's merit and virtue, Buddha's capability, and Buddha's state owing to us. So that's the prayer for today's lecture. I hope, may the prayer can grant us the Buddha's wisdom and the Buddha's strength upon us. So that's the prayer, and let's go ahead with our lecture on the review what we learned yesterday, okay? Yesterday we've learned a sentence about, how does consciousness work? Consciousness shines through the personality, through the mask. You know, consciousness, one root of our organ, 6 organ. So that's it. Yeah, it's a reflection of the self. Hello, Grace, you're on the mic. Yeah. You work so hard, Grace. Hello, Grace. Yeah, so lovely. Now let's go ahead with the video.
Yes.
Video. So what is the video?
Shakespeare said, "All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players." In an awakened individual, consciousness shines through the personality. In an awakened individual, consciousness shines through the personality. In an awakened individual, consciousness shines through the personality. In an awakened individual, consciousness shines through the personality. In an awakened individual, consciousness shines through the personality. In an awakened individual, consciousness shines. In an awakened individual, consciousness shines through the personality, through the mask. In an awakened individual, consciousness shines through the personality, through the mask. In an awakened individual, consciousness shines through the personality, through the mask. In an awakened individual, consciousness shines through the personality, through the mask. In an awakened individual, consciousness shines through the personality, through the mask.
Yeah, so anybody still keep it in memory? So is there anybody who wants to recite it? Okay, Yeah, okay, I see that. Yeah, Grace has been prepared well. Grace, you are ready, right?
Sorry.
Yeah, good morning, Grace. No worries.
Yes.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can. Yeah, you can recite it, please.
Yes. In an awake, yeah. Sorry, của gia lì đặc biệt. In an awakened individual, um, in an awakened individual, consciousness flying through the personality, through the mask,
Shines through what?
through the mask.
And the first one, through, shines through.
Sign through personality.
Yeah, sun or shine.
Size.
Shine.
Yes.
Fine. Let's double check.
Shines.
Shines. Yeah, I think it's shines. Yeah,
Shines.
shine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shines.
SH pronounce shine.
Shines.
Yes, one more time, please.
Yes. Okay. In a in an awakened individual, consciousness shines through the personality, through the mask, through the mask. Yes.
Wow, yeah, genius. You did it. Thank you, Grace. And anybody else would like to join it? Okay, good morning, Alice. How are you?
Fine, thank you, Enid. Nice to hear all of you.
Yes, me too. Same here. So just yeah, just do it, okay? Recite your learned yesterday.
Okay, I think in an awakened individual, consciousness shines through the personality, through the mask.
Wow, genius. That's great. One more time. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, thank you. In an awakened individual, consciousness shines through the personality, through the mask.
Yes, that's correct. Thank you. Thank you so much. So anybody wants to have a try to recite what we learned yesterday? Okay, I will do that for you. I will do that for you. In an individual in an independent in an awakened in an awakened individual, consciousness shines through the personality, through the mask. One more time. In an awakened individual, consciousness shines through the personality, through the mask. So yeah, time for us to go ahead with our sentence. 42, okay. 42, let's let the video work first.
When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character. You don't believe that you are the masks that you are wearing. You don't believe that you are the masks that you are wearing.
Let me double check. I don't believe when you're awake. Okay, I think this sentence we are going to learn. Okay, let's focus on it.
When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character. When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character. When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character. When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character. When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character. When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character.
Okay. Yeah, the speed of this sentence is a bit, fast. Is a bit fast. Here, when you are awake. Yeah, we need to know the new word awake. It don't become identified with your character. So here, I found awake character. And yesterday we learned awakened. Awakened. What's the difference between awakened and awake? Yeah, both of them have the same origination. You know origination? Same root. Same root. Yes, same vocabulary root. Awake, awaken, awakened, awakened. It means to wake up, to be awaken up, to be awaken up, to make somebody wake up and to keep aware, to keep awake, to be aware. So awake, what does it mean? Not asleep, especially immediately before or after sleep. Yeah, very awake. So awake, awakened. And sometimes you know that awake just work as just followed by be, but cannot work as an adjective, adjective and to describe something before a noun. Awake cannot, but awaken can. So they are the difference. That's the difference. And then the character. Character, it means a person, an animal in a book, a play, a film, a movie. So here, this is a character. So, and you know that there is a character in Romeo and Juliet, you know? So there is a character such as the Juliet, who, yeah, who, who is the actress of the character Juliet? Actually, I don't know. Yeah, I think we can. And all the female can be the character of Juliet. So this is the character, and there is how do you say? And there is a famous Hamlet. No, Hamlet. There is a famous movie. Yeah, Hamlet. And it is very famous play or film for the children, Hamlet. So here, this is the character. Character, a person, an animal in a book, or in a play, uh, in a film, or in a movie. Yeah, the difference between film and movie, is a film is the British one, and the movie is the American one, and they're the same. So that's it. Character. So yeah, time for us to practice the pronunciation about the new words. Who would like to join? Time for us to recite it. Not recite it, practice it, the new words. Okay, Alice, you please lead us to pronounce the new words.
Okay. Awakened, awakened, awake, awake. Character, character.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. And when in a play, a player has a character, right? It's such as somebody to play the character of Juliet or Romeo, such as this.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for your standard pronunciation. I really enjoyed. Thank you. Thank you, Alice. And then Grace, time for you to practice.
Yeah, thank you. Awakened, awakens, awake, awake. Character, character. Yeah, right?
One more time.
Character.
Character. Yes, I think so. And here can be omitted. Yeah, you are right. Character. Yes, you are perfect. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. And then Daisy, good morning.
Good morning, Amy.
Yeah, so clearly now. Please pronounce them.
Okay. A weekend, a weekend, a week, a week. Character, character. Thank you.
Character. Yeah, thank you so much. Now let's go ahead about this sentence. With this sentence, we are awake. You don't become identified with your character. So very interesting. Become identified with. We have learned so many identified with. Have you remembered in the past we've learned it, identified with. When you are identified with an illusion self, illusory self, have you remembered it? Are identified with, and go ahead with it. Yeah, we are not identified with it. Maybe we have not. Okay, let's go ahead. Communications. We have learned. We didn't learn it. Okay. We have seen that when you identified with. Just that this. Be identified with. In today's world. We have learned it. Be identified with. This is the first time, and second time. Don't become identified. Okay, so here it is. So be identified with and become identified with. So what does it mean? What do they mean? And we check the I've checked it into the dictionary and found that be or become identified with is a phrasal verb. You know phrasal verb, and it means be identified with somebody or something, or identify yourself with somebody or something that they have the same meaning. It means to suppose somebody or something, or to be closely connected with somebody or something. Here, it don't become identified with your character. It means that to support your character. To confirm your character. Do not think you are closely connected with the character, especially not only closely connected yourself with the character, but also think you are the character. You are the one with the you and the character are the one, not difference. So it's terrible. So we cannot become identified with your character. We are the character in the society, such as I'm the character of a worker, and also I'm a character such as an employer, and such kind of I was a student. I was a character of a student 10 years ago, such as this. Actually, I cannot become identified with such kind of characters. So that's the issue. And I also, as we know that now we are the voluntary teachers in the society, in the association of BPI. We cannot become identified with the character of a teacher. In that way, you are proud. You get arrogant that you are superior than the other students. Such kind of students. Actually, there are so many talents there. So that's the truth. That's the issue. So be identified with. It means to suppose somebody or to be closely connected with somebody, and such as we are closely connected ourselves with the teacher, the name teacher, such as this. Be identified with and become identified with. I think, it is not so familiar for us because, the order is not according to is not according with our Chinese. Identify somebody with something. Identify yourself with somebody or something, or be identified with something. Be identified with your character. So we need to keep it in mind. So that's it. This is the grammar point 1 and grammar point 2. The main clause is the main clause is it don't become identified with your character. This is the main clause. And when is an adverbial clause of a time or condition. Time or condition adverbial clause. You can call it when can lead such kind of a subordinate clause. So that's it. That's the 2 points of the grammar. So let's go ahead with our shadowing, okay? To find out the difference between our recitation and with the audience, okay?
When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character. When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character. When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character.
It's very interesting, right? So we need to keep awake all the way. When you are awake, you will not become identified with your character. But when you are not awake, when you are in confusion, you are absolutely become identified with your character. I'm surely I'm in it. I'm the daughter of my mother and father. I'm the teacher of blah blah, such as this. Actually, we need to keep awake. So that's it. This time we let's focus on the keywords, okay? First on the stressed words this time.
When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character. When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character.
So as we know, when you are awake need to be stressed. Don't. Why don't should be emphasized, should be stressed, because don't is a negator, right? Do you know negator? Negator. Maybe negator. Here, negator. All the negators in reading should be highlighted. Don't negator. I think so. Negator. Don't become identified with your character. Okay. All these words I need to be stressed. Let's double check.
When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character. When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character.
Yes, that's true. So time for us to follow it. Are you ready to follow them? And that's the we have seen that great. At least have We live in fear, either consciousness, anxious conscious and unconscious, that the limited selves that were identified with will die. Yes, be identified with. Thank you, Alice. Yeah. You listed an example. You said an example here. About to be identified with. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we are so identified with the self structure. You know, self structure, limited self structure, also conditioned biological conditioned structure, right? Yeah, we've learned just now about. You worry a bit. Yeah. Limited self structure, it means biological condition structures. Yeah, that's the same. Yeah, thank you. Now, Daisy, time for you to follow it. Hello. Good morning, Daisy.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character.
Yes, please follow it.
When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character. When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character.
Wow, yes, yeah, same, exactly. Thank you so much. Brilliant. Thank you, Daisy. And yes, your time, your floor now. Grace. Hello, Grace.
Thank you so much, Alison.
I'll play it for you.
Yes.
When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character. When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character.
Yes, you please.
Yeah. When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character.
One more time.
When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character.
Yeah, character. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good at omission, right? I mean that you're good at the phonetic symbol omission. Omission of phonetic symbol is cut. Yeah, you can omit it. Character. Yes, that's it. Perfect. Now time for you, Alice. Hello, Alice.
Yeah, here. Yeah, you need.
I will play it for you.
Okay.
When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character. When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character.
Yes, you please.
Okay. When you're awake, you don't become identified with your character. When
Yeah.
you're awake, you don't become identified with your character. Yeah.
Yeah, one more time.
When you're awake, you don't become identified with your character.
Yeah, that's it. Let's double check, okay? Thank you.
When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character.
Here, identified, and I think here that can be omitted, can be hidden. Okay, can be hidden. When you are awake, it don't become identified with with your character. The can be omitted, can be hidden. Yeah, identified with your character.
When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character.
Yeah, identify with your character. Here the and here k. Yeah, both of them can be omitted. Not omitted. Omitted. Thank you. So that's it. I will follow it, and then we can recite it.
When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character. When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character.
When you're awake, you don't become identified with your character. When you're awake, you don't become identified with your character. When you're awake, you don't become identified with your character. Here, the main phrasal verb is become identified with or be identified with. So that's it. Yeah, anybody wants to recite it or read it from memory? Yeah, time for us to do so. Daisy, please.
Okay, hello. Let me try.
Yeah.
You're awake. When you're awake, you don't become identified with you. When you're awake, you don't identify with your character. When you're
Yeah.
awake, you don't become identified with your character. When you're awake, you don't become identified with your character.
Yes, perfect. Thank you so much. And then, time for you, Grace, to recite it.
Yes, I recited. When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character. Yes, that's right.
One more time. Yes.
Yes. When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character.
Yeah, one more time. Character.
Yes, character. When you are
Yeah.
awake, you don't become identified with your character.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Time for you, Alice. Yes, you did it. Please.
Okay. When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character.
Yes. Perfect. One more time.
Okay. When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character.
Wow, genius. Yeah, that's correct. I really enjoy it. Okay, I will do that for you. When you are awake, we don't become identified with your character. When you are awake, you don't become identified with your character. Now, one more sentence. Yeah, just now, Alice, put it here. Yeah, type it here. Is it possible for you to recite as well? Cause there is an similar phrasal verb are identified with. And this is the sentence we recited before, right? Did you still remember it? Do you still remember it? We live in fear.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
please recite it.
Okay. We live in fear, conscious or unconscious, that this limited self-structure that we are identified with will die.
Wow, genius. Yes, good memory.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're so talented. Yeah, how about you, Daisy? I think you can now. Just try it. Yeah, okay.
It seems I didn't learn this sentence. I'm sure. Okay.
I questioned you before because there is a spatial grammar structure.
Okay. So I think I have
Yeah.
Okay, let me try.
Yeah, okay.
We live in fear, either consciousness or unconsciousness. That the self condition that the self condition that we are identified will die.
Yes, more this. And here, did you use this ADJ of conscious instead of consciousness?
Oh, conscious. Okay, let me try
Yeah.
again.
I think
Self-structure.
if you use I think if you use the consciousness, both of them are okay. Because this is a independent structure. Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Okay,
try again, please.
yeah, okay. We live in fear, either conscious or unconscious, that the limited self-structure that we are identified will die.
We are identified. What?
Will die.
One more time, please.
We live in fear, either conscious or unconscious, that the limited self-structures that we are identified with will die.
Wow, you realize it. Yeah, we need to add the preposition with. Yes,
Be
we're
identified
identified with.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
that's
you.
correct.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So have you remembered the grammar structure? Here is either or, and there is a positive clause led by that. So, a positive clause, a positive. Yeah, let's double check a positive clause. I think, yeah, at least you can comprehend it, right? A positive clause.
同位语啊，
Yes, a positive. Yeah, here I cannot. Yeah, here is a positive. Maybe. Yeah, here. A position. You can see it, a position. Have you seen the opposition?
Yes.
And a positive clause, same root with opposition. Here, a positive clause led by that. Yeah, we questioned you before, Daisy, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that. Have you seen that? So we question you what that function, what that act before. Yeah, what does it? Yeah, what does it work? What does it work? That. So here, that is a positive clause like that to explain the word fear further. So Alice, and did you get it now?
Yeah, I think maybe I can understand. Yeah.
Yeah, because you see that the word that pronoun that works nothing. Yeah, there is no place for that in the clause, in the subordinate clause. Yeah, this is the subject identified with. Yes. Oh, not that. This that. Sorry, this that. Neither consciousness or unconsciousness, unconsciousness, either consciousness, either conscious and unconscious. This that, a positive clause, but this that, because
Yeah.
you see, the limited self structure is a subject, and will die is the predicate, and you see that the that can work nothing here, can have no place in this sentence. So we are assured that that is opposition clause, a positive clause. So that's it. Yeah, thank you for your kind understanding. I hope so. Yeah, I will.
Got
I will
it.
sign.
Got it.
Yes,
Thank you.
got it now. You're
Yeah.
clear now?
Yes.
Okay, and I will recite it for you. I will recite it for you, try my best. We live in fear. Which kind of fear? Oh, okay. We live in fear, either conscious, either or, either conscious or unconscious. That the limited subject that we identified with will die. Yeah, that's it. We live in fear, either conscious or unconscious. That the limited subject that we are identified with will die. Thank you. Thank you for listening. So let's go back to the point we learned today. Yeah, be identified with. Also, identify yourself with something, somebody. Be identified with also means identify yourself with. Yes. And it means to suppose somebody or something, or to be closely connected with somebody or something. Yeah, we also we are close connected with our name, our money, and our everything. So that's the big issue. And then when is an adverbial clause of time or condition. Both of them are okay. So this is the subordinate clause, and the main clause is you don't become identified with your character. And also when then that in the reading, in the recitation, we need to highlight the negator. Don't. Okay, so that's all for today, and thank you for your active participation. We will do the review tomorrow. Repeat the recitation tomorrow. So that's all, and see you tomorrow then. Bye. Have a nice day.